Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are reacting and I'm listening to the first time. Yes, another artist that I'm listening to the first time. Well, actually, technically that would be a lie though. I'll explain. We're listening to Muller's first album, Sorry I'm Late, debut album that just came out. British artist that I've seen once, and that was at Eurovision, and I think that even the song that I saw is in the album. To be honest, I kind of don't remember the song if I'm not gonna lie. There were a few like songs that stood out to me, but I don't think it was one of them, but it might be different in the context of the album. I am very curious because I've heard of her. I clearly I saw her during Eurovision. I'm curious to see how this goes down. It's kind of really funny because I was looking up how to pronounce her last name because I wasn't sure if it was Muller or whatever, and I came across this like very brief website description saying May is a 25-year-old singer and songwriter from London who writes honest, sassy pop music. And I was like, I want to hear about that. So I guess without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Was minding your eyes are sending me a message. Oh, my head and heart is telling me no.
Okay.
I just came to dance. And I was saying, baby.
Okay.
You spent the whole night only looking at my lips. Oh, my head and heart is telling me no. You messed up on my plan.
The song itself is kind of giving off this Halloween-ish type of energy, which I mean is very fitting considering it just came out and we're already in October, but it does definitely match that kind of like the cover of the album where she's sitting at the end of the table like, like this is kind of, if I think that's the way she does her fingers. Anyway, just like, It kind of sounds revengey a little bit. Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting at. That being said, it's cute. It's not an immediate attention grabber, but it's cute. I like the production. There's a little something to it.
I just came to so come closer. I was pushing for a minute, now I want you. When I just came to dance.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's an interesting opening. It's definitely giving that kind of context for the album, like very sassy pop. Let's call it that way. I kind of like that. I think it's an opener, right? So you can't be too harsh and like start judging the whole album based on an opener.
You wanna meet me, go everything. I'm sorry, Daniel. Life got hard to handle. I got reasons I could tell you, but Daniel. I like to be there, but I'm leaving.
Oh.
You look hot, but my apologies. Feel better off without it. All that I'm doing right now. I'm sorry, Daniel.
That's an interesting song because it really highlights, I think, something that modern dating we face quite a bit, and that is that line between the timing isn't right, I'm not busy enough, and I have too many things happening, and kind of using it as a reason to cop out and just like, I can't do it, like because truly you're not interested anymore. Obviously the song is about probably the first context of actually being too busy, but it usually kind of highlights the fact that people who care about you will make time for you. People who don't naturally it's like they're gonna weed out of your life. Is that even an expression? Weed out? Anyway, it like life will filter people like that. So where was I going with this? I don't know. I just like I've been in that situation, both like sides, being the person saying that and being the person who is being told that. It took a while to understand it, but modern dating.
With someone who doesn't really care, yeah. And I'm to be there, but I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
Soz, babe. You told me it would get better, but now you're leaving, and I feel sadder. Now I am coming for you.
Ooh. now we're getting that revenge feeling.
Oh, playing games with me was a really bad move. What were you thinking when you broke a bitch's heart? And now I'm off for blood.
Okay.
Nothing more dangerous than a bitch with a broken heart. Denying that you fucked me over. We're just friends, that's what you told her.
Isn't it how it kind of usually works out, right? The one who like messes up is always the one to come back and be like, please take me back, I made a mistake, blah 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 blah. And like, once, shame on you, twice, shame on me, because I'm not going to repeat the mistake more than 2 times, that's for sure. I think that's kind of actually literally what I've done in my relationships now that I think about it. But that being said, there's something a little smoother in the melody, there's something a little more catchy to it. Now I feel like we're getting somewhere.
How could you be like, boy, what were you thinking when you broke a bitch's heart? And now I'm off for blood, a bitch with a broken heart.
It's a cute pop song. I was expecting a little more of a climax at the end, production-wise and even vocal-wise. It's really funny because even in the writing, obviously rhymes are a lot catchier when you choose sounds that are similar and you see a pattern, like their brain recognizes something. It becomes a little more catchy, but as I'm reading the lyrics of the song, it's very irregular rhyming schemes. Like, it's not often that we have songs that don't, like pop songs specifically, that kind of don't rhyme all that much. But other than that, I honestly would go back to it for sure. Oh, this is the song that made it to Eurovision.
When you said you were leaving to work on your mental health,
Oh.
you didn't mention the cheating.
Oh.
Instead, I wrote a song about how you did me wrong. I was ready for a sentence, baby. Instead, I wrote it all down. Wanted to try your best, tell all your friends, and we all sing along. Instead, I wrote a song.
From a purely lyrical standpoint, it's kind of really fun to figure out. One of the lines was that she was expecting a sentence and ended up putting it in a song, which is like expecting like a legal punishment and then turning it into music instead. I understand why I didn't immediately fall in love with the song as a live performance, but now that I have the chance to explore it and really dig into it, I would tend to go back and revisit it just a little. It's not the best pop song I've ever heard, but it's worth going back to a bit more than when I heard it on Eurovision. There's something in the mixing that it really bothers me a little bit. I don't know what it is. I don't know, it does something. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue going into it. I want to see where this goes.
It's getting boring, this stupid boy thing.
This sounds K-pop-ish.
'Cause I don't need to try. Think I finally realized.
Oh.
'Cause I'm the lover of my own life. I called up Charlie. I told him I was sorry. Then there was Michael. He just wasn't my type though. I'm young and single. Why would I settle down?
I mean, you're only 25. Yeah, you're entirely entitled to not settling down at 25. Good for you. Good for you.
And Charlie, you're a good time. And Michael, you're so damn fine. And Ethan, always on time. Being alone, so don't take it personal. That's why I called up Charlie. Yeah, just me, myself, and I.
This is the first one that actually I'm very inclined to go back to listen to. This is catchy. I like the concept. I like the name dropping. This is one that I hope the album continues going this way.
It isn't fair. I can't help but stare. Your big blue eyes and your long blonde hair. Oh, I gotta leave. 'Cause all this jealousy, it ain't fair on you. It ain't fair on me. I think it's time we talk.
Oh.
Tatiana, I'm in a state while you look great.
Oh.
Man's torture.
I like this other woman concept. And so far, this is I think the best production, or at least the most up my alley. It keeps getting better. I'm very happy about that.
We see to try to come between the two of us. You can talk to me, and I think we know that.
Yeah, usually is in those types of situations. Actually, it's kind of funny because my friends and I, long story short, I have like 3 friends that are girls that like to do their nails together, and I'm just gonna sit down with them and chat. And like one of them is my roommate, so like we're just basically sitting down chatting. And often we put a movie in the background, and it's like a lot of like early 2000s classics and like rom-coms and that good era of movies. And it's kind of funny because whenever there's a situation of this guy that like did somebody wrong by leaving or whatever, it's kind of funny how in the 2000s it made it seem like the other girl was the issue, whereas all along the guy was mostly the issue in most of the movies. The way that he treated people in general, the way that he just jumped and like was escaping all form of blame or responsibility out of the harm that he would create. Anyway, I just realized like, wow, times have changed. Thankfully, look at us smarter and realizing that a lot of mistakes are done by men. And I'm talking this as a man. I know, ironic, right? But I'm just saying, especially like, I feel like there's a very specific breed of men. I don't want to belong to that breed of men.
I've been spiraling back, you and him and his torture. After all that we've been through, we both be better without. I'm in a state while you look great, makes this harder.
Ooh, I really like the ad-libs in the back, the small falsetto ad-libs that she added. Sonically, it's the one that I like the most. I think I liked a lot the concept from the previous one, but this is like what sounds best so far. But it's also very up in my alley. Like I know I'm a big fan of this type of production. Anyway, I'm just inclined to go back to that one. We're on a roll. We're really on a roll here.
I don't know what you're doing, I don't know where you've been. I know we said we would stay friends,
Always a bad idea.
but you're distant, yeah, you're different.
That's usually what happens.
But I'm missing.
And that's why it's a bad idea.
I try to get you,
Oh.
I can't even sleep at night. I didn't know how hard it'd be to see you with somebody new.
I like the guitar.
I went and got my hopes up, and that was my mistake. The two of you look great. I guess you really like her, and that I was just a fling. I know.
Oh, ouch.
Try to get you off my mind, but I can't even sleep at night.
Ooh, a breakdown.
We would stay friends. Oh, baby. I tried to get you off my mind. Didn't know how hard it'd be to see you with somebody new.
Yeah, we're definitely on a roll. I like this one for the production too. It's cute. It really is, you know, what you would expect out of mainstream pop music. It's feel good. It's sounding catchy. It's a good piece. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew that you had done the second that you came home. And then I asked if you were seeing other people. I kind of wish it was true. I think that the hardest pill to swallow is that you don't love me anymore, no.
Oh.
I just wish that I could hate you, but I don't.
I think personally, having lived it once, the most painful of breakups is when it's really just somebody falling out of love, because technically no one has done anything wrong. Doesn't mean that there aren't things that led up to it, but the idea is nobody made a mistake. It's literally just people grew apart. But in cases where one did and the other didn't, oh, that is rough. And that's exactly what's in this song.
In fact, you were the best and I'm so grateful. But what you're looking for, yeah, I just hope you find it. And I try, yeah, I try. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think that the hardest pill to swallow. And I try, yeah, I try. But I just can't hate you.
Nice. Another one that I like. Okay, we were really off to like maybe a little bit of a rougher start, but things are coming along pretty well in the album. Oh, 80 cents. Oh.
Congratulations on your new job, by the way. It isn't so bad. So deep down, I wish you were a little bit sad. A little bit sad. Making me bad.
I think I might have said it before in a different video, but like it is sort of like the best revenge when you're especially in a breakup that didn't go well, right? It is the best revenge to be the one who does better after. And in one of my fantasies, like I just want my face on a freaking billboard next to their place so they can be reminded what they missed out on. That's it. But in this case, something like for this song specifically, it's kind of the opposite, where the other person seems to be happier and you're kind of left on the bad side of things and you wish the other person kind of felt it more. Basically, I don't know where this stems from, what it's connected to, what the story of that specific relationship was, but it just, that feeling of just like, can't you just be a little bit sad? Just a tiny bit, please? This relationship, see, now that I think about it, I think that the feeling is, or at least the psychology is, if you're happy about it and you're moving on, didn't this relationship mean something to you? Like, wouldn't it affect you if you were happy and you didn't have that anymore? I think this is like obviously where this song stems from, but just purely from a production standpoint, I am liking the sound of it too.
We went from you're the one to saying keep in touch.
Oh.
Deep down, I wish you were a little bit sad. Can't watch The Office 'cause it makes you think about me.
See, yeah, that's exactly what it meant. Like all these things that remind you, and it's like, wouldn't that be ooh, grammar. Hold on a minute. Grammar. Wouldn't that person be a little bit sad if it actually meant something to them and they were missing out on it? But I guess if they're not feeling that way, like that was problematic to begin with. But in this case, maybe like obviously the song prior to this one, where the person fell out of love first, applies. So that makes sense. Nice.
I wish I was a morning person, but I'm not.
Same.
I'm only 21. I wish I'd learned.
Ooh, this album has been a little while in the making.
I'm just a mess. Maybe that's just life, I guess. I wish I wasn't an overthinker.
Same.
I wish I was a better singer. Another day could be the best I've ever had. I always feel so undeserving, but I deserve a lot. Maybe that's just life, I guess.
Ain't that your 20s? Are we just a mess?
A freaking mess.
But cute song, cute little interlude. I wonder if it's gonna change the tone of the rest of the album, considering the fact that it's written, I'm just 21 and she's like 25 or something. It definitely was written a little while back, but good on her to kind of claim that confidence again and just not be so hard on yourself.
When I'm at dinner, I'm at the shops. Just leave me alone, it's no fair. And I'm done, I don't need you to function. I'm gone, I keep telling myself to breathe.
Oh, it's giving me early 2000s vibes. You know what it reminds me of? I think it reminds me of like the opening of a sitcom in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like the sitcoms that were addressed to like older teenagers. It feels like it was very like introduction, like we kind of see kind of like Degrassi, especially in Canada. I don't know if you guys know of that show anywhere else, but this kind of sounds like the beginning of Degrassi, I think. Albeit it's very far in my memory. I might be completely wrong, but it sounds like a sitcom opening from early 2000s. Charmed. Oh my God, it sounds like it could have been the opening for Charmed. Yeah.
I keep telling myself to breathe.
It's not necessarily one of my favorites, but it's a nice little breather, no pun intended, in the album. Definitely we have a switch up in sounds from that almost interlude-ish song that we had right before. Wonder if it's gonna stay that way. In the context of the album, I might go back to it, but I don't think it's not one of my favorites. I thought my computer was glitching for a second.
Give me a minute. I'm over the limit. I need to go to find something real. I'm done spending my nights swiping.
Oh.
Entertaining strangers know how to hype me up. I wanna be close to other people, share something that's really meaningful. I'm done spending my nights swiping right just to feel.
Dating apps. Can we just agree that they're the worst? It's so funny. I was watching a TikTok about it recently where, we have to remember that at the end of the day, the goal of dating apps for the dating app companies is to make money off of the single lifestyle, that we're looking for partners. So we want to swipe and we want to get that validation. And so they put limits on the amount of people we can match with. They lock features unless you pay for them. I just realized the whole time that I have a water bottle there. Oh no, I forgot to... I was so seriously into my speech and I really got distracted by the water bottle. Oops. Oh, hold on a minute. Alright, sorry, I'm back. But yeah, just dating apps are the worst, and they created a horrible culture of just basically to focus on the dopamine creation, but like temporary. And anyway, just dating apps wrecked a whole dating generation. No wonder we keep searching for like something real outside of that.
I feel like I'm way past my prime.
Oh.
But it's not real.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's the same old situation. Something so real, but it's not real.
Production wise, I'm almost tempted to say that I think I might have put that song as an opener at the beginning of the album. I think it would have been a track that would have provided better context, like a very like, here's a messy album, not a messy album, here's an album about messy romantic life. Most of it is due to like dating apps in our generation, and I feel like it's kind of a critique and a take on dating for our generation. So it could have been interesting, I think, as a tone setter for the beginning of the album. And it sounds also a little bit different than the rest of the tracks that we've heard so far, so it would have been perfect as an opener. Sometimes, we perceive songs a certain way. Other people, including the artist and the team at the record label, they see it a different way, and we have different interpretations, and so we create this story in our mind that makes more sense according to our own experiences. But if I would have been on the team, I think I would have tried to suggest that. Oh.
I had to sit on my hands the whole way, you didn't see them shake.
Oh.
I still bite my lip, but it's not the same. Yeah, you make me nervous.
Oh wow. Okay.
I put my head on your chest and I felt your heart racing. So drive you mad, but it's not the same. I can make you nervous.
Yeah, this one I like a lot.
When you touch me, I feel alive. My cheeks turn red 'cause I get shy.
I like the synths in the back in the chorus. Wow, okay. This is top tier in the album, 100%. I love the idea, I love the lyrics, I like the production. Actually, I love the production. I love how it's written and the melody. This is definitely among my favorites of this album so far. I have to be impartial because obviously this is right up my alley in terms of sound, but I think the idea, this told me a story. This really told me a story. Just the visual, I like this. There's definitely stands out as a track. It's very visual, it's very storytelling, it's very well produced, it's very well written, and I'm curious who produced it. I'm not very familiar with any of the producers on this album. Also, good for her that she's writing all of her own songs. This is amazing. Whatever case may be, I really, really enjoyed this one. Oh wait, is that? Yeah, okay. Ooh.
I need someone to hold me.
Oh, I think I've heard this one.
Yeah, I've been feeling jaded, and now you've been moving on. My own.
Ooh.
I could use a break. Can I get an amen?
Wait a minute. I think, if I remember correctly, she's on a bed in the music video for this one or something. Yes. Oh my god. I remember because I used to watch the music video while working out at the gym. It used to be on the TV and I was like, oh, this is cute. I'm gonna get into her music one day. And I never did. And I just realized I've seen this before. Wow. Huh. Look at that. Funny how life works out. I've listened to the song before, never fully in depth, but while working out at the gym.
Do you remember last night? Cause I blacked out. AP on my arm and it's shining bright.
Ah, cute little feature. Match vibe at least.
All I do is sit around and wait for better days.
Aw, that's cute. It's impressive how, oh my god, I just read the next title of the song, Born Like Dust. I did not expect that. What I meant to say is basically that I completely forgot what I meant to say. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, so the album has a lot of different sounds. I think one of the things that I would, I don't know, I guess I'll listen to the other songs on the album that's left, but to make the album a little more cohesive, she could have cut down in the songs and kept some for a deluxe version, which I saw that she did Sorry I'm Late Again, which is technically the deluxe version, but it's not the same thing. There's only one track, and that's the difference. It's like more of a bonus version, if you will. I would have kept a bit more as a deluxe, like those that don't fit as much, to really make it maybe a bit shorter, a bit more concise, a bit more cohesive, because it's very like going back and forth between genres, which makes it just like sound like plenty of songs were put together on a record. But that being said, I mean, it's a good song, and I didn't know I had listened to Muller in the past, and here we are.
Too much pressure when this was meant to be fun. I think porn lied to us. To scream every time we talk.
Yeah.
You like it rough. No, I ain't gonna judge.
Oh, hold on a minute. It is such a chill guitar vibe, and the lyrics are so brutally honest, and the contrast between both is like really staggering. Huh.
We'll be us, 'cause I think we're enough.
But the message is so nice.
Why do I feel I'm on a stage? 'Cause there's no audience.
Yeah.
Porn lied to us.
Wow. Huh.
Faking love. No, we can't keep it up. Oh, it's love. Oh, yeah.
This is the type of writing that I really, really appreciate from this album. I love how brutally honest it was. And also, it's an amazing message because, yes, that industry really taught us a lot of things, or set an example for things that are really unhealthy and really not realistic. And so the message of the song is amazing. And it hits you right in the face. That, another one stand out to me. I like that.
Little bit Botox will hit the spot, no cracks under the surface. Am I getting tired? Am I fighting a losing game? 'Cause I'll never be Miss America.
Interestingly enough, it's funny how America has set a lot of the standards for beauty. And it's not necessarily a good thing. I'm just saying. Kind of a little bit sad if you ask me to.
It'll take you down. Have you had that as a crown, Miss America? Feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm just getting older. Miss America.
I definitely, okay, so this song does not speak to me as an audience, considering the standards work a little differently, I guess, for men. It's different issues, different ideals, but I like this type of message and this type of, you know, thought process that's outside of the typical romantic. As a matter of fact, we see often references to like self-confidence and loving yourself and, you know, putting yourself first in this album, which is nice. And I think it's a theme that we hear more and more often, but personally I think it's a theme that we don't hear enough of, because not all of life is about relationships and falling in love and our partners. It's about ourselves. And so this type of song is really nice to hear.
In touch with your mind and your feminine side, and you ain't scared to cry. Don't know what you're doing to me, oh, you must be written by a woman.
Oh.
Confident, but you got mystery. Dirty with a little Timothy. Written by a woman. All day, all night, you're on my mind. So you must be married by a woman. No, yeah. You should
Huh.
written by a woman.
As a song concept, I'm definitely feeling it. Production wise, it's kind of like ballroom slash the 1500s castle-esque era, which I've completely medieval. There you go. Medieval type of ball gown party situation. Oh, I have no idea what I'm saying right now, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And I think that definitely deserves its spot on the album, which leads me to say that I think this album could have been just a little more, like, a little tighter. Had the track listing been a little different and maybe some tracks taken off for like a deluxe version of the album. There are songs on there that I just definitely make it for me. Like, they're good. They make for a great debut album. It's just the whole project as a whole needs to be a little tighter. Just a little bit. But other than that, I definitely enjoyed this album. Her writing, she needs to emphasize even more on that writing. There are some things that she wrote that just like stand out, tell stories, and there were moments where it really, like, her writing really shone through the production and the singing. And by the way, the singing, I didn't talk a lot about it, but she had really nice moments, like a lot of runs and beautiful like falsettos as well. I don't think I highlighted enough. Yeah, for a debut album, I really respect the project. There's definitely moments where I liked it a lot. So this was my reaction to Mae Muller's Sorry I'm Late. I had a great time listening to the album. Definitely there are some tracks that made it for me, some tracks that weren't necessarily vibing with me all that much, but more so that were than there weren't. And on that note, here is my ranking of the songs that I preferred the most to the songs that I preferred the least. Probably the ones at the bottom are the ones that I would have taken out a little bit from the album, but from now on I will keep up with Mae Muller and try to listen to her projects. I really had a good time listening. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, and maybe as usual I missed out on some background information about the songs that I might have needed to know to understand or that you want to share with me. So don't forget to leave a comment down below and like and subscribe, you know, the usual stuff that I'm gonna keep repeating at every single video, because most of you listen but not most of you subscribe. That is something I've seen in my stats, and to say that I'm a little disappointed would be an understatement. Come join the group, guys. Come join the group. It's really fun out here and I love exploring projects and hearing your recommendations as well, so don't hesitate to leave that too in the comments. But other than that, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.